Imagine for a moment. You've just moved to this great city that's full of great places to go, and imagine that they're full of really cool people just like you. Imagine you've got nothing to do one night, and that you want to try out one of these great places, but you're not sure what's going on. So you try looking at a few magazines and websites to see what this new city has to offer, but they're either out of date or don't feature the kinds of places you like going to. Imagine you own one of these venues. You'd really like people to know what you've got going on, but where's the best place to advertise? The websites you know about don't get nearly enough hits, and the local press just doesn't seem interested. Imagine you're the editor of a local magazine, and you realize that the events calendar is actually a bigger headache than it's worth. It takes an age to contact all the venues to compile the list, yet you've got a million other things to do. And don't the venues even know you've got your own deadlines to stick to? Imagine if there was one place you could go to find out everything that was going on in your city and beyond, and you always knew it was up to date because it was the venues themselves who updated it. Imagine if you were the venue owner and could easily create an online schedule that would let everyone know when something cool was going on, even if it was next week, next month, or next year. Imagine if you could search for something to do depending on what mood you were in, the day you were free, or the city you were living in. And imagine cool things got suggested to you based on your past activities, or the kind of people you were friends with. Imagine if you didn't have to imagine any of this, and that a website like this already existed. How awesome would that be? Urban Scouter. How people who know.
My name is Chris, and I believe it's about time that people had a better way to find out what's going on in their neighborhood, their city, and in the local community around them. I had this idea. Wouldn't it be cool if there was this one website I could go to that would tell me everything that was going on in my city? And wouldn't it be great if I could search for something to do based on my favorite venues, or what day I was free, or the kind of activity I was in the mood for? I began thinking about how this might work, and realized how hard it must be for web editors to compile all the information needed for the local event calendars, and what a headache it would be contacting all those different venues. And that was when I came up with the idea of UrbanScouter. UrbanScouter is an online social calendar and events platform built for the web and for mobile devices that allows users to search for things to do in their city based on the time, date, venue, locations, and/or types of activities. UrbanScouter is designed to focus around a composite and layered calendar of events. Events will be categorized and placed on a citywide calendar. Users will be able to search through events by categories such as performing arts, community events, shows, restaurants, sports, etc. Users can mix and match their searches. For example, a user may want to know what shows are happening at the local bars. They would simply select both bars and shows from the categories provided. By selecting these categories, UrbanScouter will provide the local events that meet either both requirements or a mix thereof. Thus, the user could find that newest local band performing at a bar they've never heard of. UrbanScouter will be built to be an intelligent platform. The more that folks use it, the more UrbanScouter builds up an idea of what they like doing and suggests things to do based on their previous activities, their preferences, and even the things that their friends like doing. And when they find something fun to do, they can share it with their friends and family. And they know it will always be up to date because what makes UrbanScouter so special is that the information it contains is maintained by the venues themselves, not by magazines and web editors with 100 different things to do and their own tight deadlines to meet. UrbanScouter will be built to be a prime location for venues to talk about their events. Each venue will be able to create its own account, register all their own venues, and create their own events. Also, UrbanScouter will allow venues to share events across other venues. For example, my town hosts this fun bar crawl called Bar Wars. It's where all the local bars compete for one night to see who can draw the biggest crowd and serve the best drinks. It's been a smashing success, and with UrbanScouter, I can facilitate these kind of events anywhere. It could be all the local theaters or all the citywide bars. UrbanScouter is designed to be a one-stop shop for your local events. UrbanScouter will be always up to date and be able to let people know what's going on, whether it be the next day, the next week, the next month, or even the next year. And I think it's very important for venues to be able to update their calendars themselves without having to rely on a third party with no vested interest. And because I want UrbanScouter to be available to everyone, we're making it free to browse, to get registered, and to list events. Also, I promise to always keep UrbanScouter simple to use and navigate. And that's why I need your help. I want UrbanScouter to be my gift to the local communities around the world and the people like you.